off in ways you might not have before. Open up with your friends about how hard it is to raise a girl. Admit to your neighbor how much you despise the pool. Use this book as a lifeline when you find yourself drowning in mommyhood. To my Scary Mommy community members, thank you. Thank you for showing me a side of myself I never knew existed, and for making a dream I never knew I had come true. Chapter 1. Being a Scary Mommy.
Mommy Confessions.
I confess that most days, I feel like I have no idea what I'm doing. Everyone thinks I have it all together, good wife, good mom, successful career, but I really don't. I'm ready to stop pretending to be perfect now.
I tried for 7 years to get pregnant, and now that I'm a mother, I wonder whether it was all worth it.
If I have to watch Barney one more time, I may have to stick a fork in my eye. Actually, then I'd get some attention. Maybe not such a bad idea.
I sometimes try to get sick, just so I have an excuse to go to sleep at 6 p.m.
I joined a gym just for the free daycare. I drop the kids off and read magazines and blogs in the locker room.
I pretend to be happy being a stay-at-home mom, but sometimes I feel like I'm slowly dying. I cry every night in the shower. This isn't what I thought it would be.
I kiss my young teenager goodbye in the morning as she leaves for school, rising above the hormone-fueled snarling and histrionics. Then I close the front door and flip her off with both hands.
I miss the career I gave up more than I miss my son when I go to the grocery store. But I always get to go back to him.
Hidden in the pantry in a box labeled flour is top-of-the-line chocolate and a few joints. I rarely resort to it, but it's a comfort knowing it's there.
There are a million ironies in motherhood. The day you decide to change the sheets will inevitably be the night your child wets the bed. With a million toys in the house, your baby will without a doubt prefer to play with pots and pans from the kitchen cabinet than with any expensive learning game. And your kids will always fall asleep early for the sitter who gets paid by the hour to entertain them. It's unfair, uncool, and unjust, but unfortunately, it's just the way it is. Perhaps, though, the biggest irony out there is that despite never actually being alone, can you remember the last time you actually peed in peace? As a mother, you can feel totally isolated. A few years ago, I was a stay-at-home mom to 3 kids, ranging in age from a newborn to a 4-year-old. I was living in a new house in a new town among unfamiliar neighbors. It was lonely and overwhelming, and I was bordering on miserable. A fellow mom from down the street stopped by our house to introduce herself and ask how my days were going. Half-jokingly, I responded, "The baby is a bit of an asshole, but he'll grow out of it. We'll survive." The look on her face was enough to let me know that not only had I offended her, but we would not be spending our afternoons commiserating together. She had 3 young kids as well. Was she not slowly going insane too? Did she not long for an afternoon without the kids wiping snot on her jeans and a baby spitting up constantly? Did she not lock herself in a bathroom, ignoring the whining on the other side of the door? Apparently not. Or she faked it a hell of a lot better than I was able to. We like to paint motherhood as a picture-perfect experience, filled with idyllic children and beaming mothers. A perfect newborn peacefully resting on his mother's chest. A toddler taking tentative first steps into the loving arms of his mother who is smiling proudly and wiping tears of joy from her cheeks. A mother's long blonde hair trailing in the wind as she holds hands with and runs alongside her beautiful, impeccably dressed children. A mother and daughter sipping tea and painting each other's nails, telling each other their deepest secrets and dreams. A mother leading Girl Scout troops and chairing PTA events and fluffing her daughter's prom dress before her nervous date knocks on the front door. Those moments of motherhood are indeed miraculous and joyful. They can also be few and far between. What if that baby never latches properly and breastfeeding becomes a nightmare that results in both baby and mother sobbing for hours on end? What if instead of happily reading together with her child for hours, the mother of a toddler wonders, just for an instant, whether there's something more to life than puzzles and ABCs? What if a mother, once her teenage child leaves the door, breathes a sigh of relief that the drama is temporarily on hold and drinks a glass of wine?